Hello everyone. Look who it is, it's the Micerang again. I know there's a doppelganger, and I know that these are... Oh wait, I didn't actually know these were a doppelganger pair. Okay, so I definitely needed to do that. Test these two dreamers. But yeah, so these two dreamers are real dreamers. And, yeah, that means 3 or 6 is not a real dreamer. There are no corrupted characters, that is definitely true. So I don't even have to think anymore, I just start killing. Yeah, and then if one of those was wrong, I'd kill 6 and I guaranteed get it. Okay. No corrupted characters. Okay, so the bard is basically saying that there's a doppelganger instead of a plague doctor. There aren't any abilities um, that I can recharge during the night cycle. Okay, these scouts agree with each other. These knitters do not agree with each other. Okay, so the plague doctor and the bard are definitely disagreeing with each other, obviously. Well, hold on, can we have a... It'd be funny if there ended up being an alchemist under door number 7 who cured the corruption caused by the plague doctor. I think the alchemist is the only role that can do something, is the only villager role that can do something even if it gets killed by the Liliths. Yeah, like it does something at the start of the round, and you'll never discover what he did if he gets killed by Liliths. Anyway, yeah, so one of these is evil, or the bard is corrupted. Okay, so one of these is for sure evil. Okay, if I kill one of these scouts and um, and he's good, then they're both good because they're both truthful because they agree with each other, and that means they're a doppelganger pair, and that means I can kill the plague doctor, and that means the bard is truthful. Okay, so yeah, what if these guys are good? Then yeah, doppelganger pair, kill the plague doctor, bard's telling the truth, gemcrafter is telling the truth. Um, 2 pairs of evil is false, 1 pair of evil is also false, right side is more evil is false. Okay, so it's not possible. Unless I'm a bozo. What happened? Alright, so minion is 3 cards away from closest evil is true. Oh, what the... Yeah, because there's a shaman, so we have 2 scouts. Okay. Well, that's not good. Well, at least we know the gemcrafter is good. Can there be 2 pairs of evil? No, but there could be a corrupted knitter. Yeah, this is a disaster. Okay, well at least that was correct. Oh, and if there's... Yeah, so the knitter... Yeah, the Lilith will never disguise as somebody who's already in play, so, yep, other knitter's fake. Which means there are no pairs of evil. Which means, okay, 7 might be corrupted, or it could be that, well, okay, 3 is for sure not corrupted. If I believe the Plague Doctor. Yeah, that would be a plot twist if number 7 was a doppelganger. Yeah, so 3 is not corrupted. So it's either 3 is evil, or 7's a doppelganger and 8 is evil. It's 7. Okay. The corrupted person was the one who died. Nice. Alright, yeah, I don't care about losing 4 health to the Lilith because there's no drunk. The drunk is the only situation where I care about losing 4 health to the Lilith. So we have three outcasts due to the counselor's existence. I want to have one plague doctor test the other. I'm hoping that I managed to test with the fake plague doctor. Okay, very good. Yeah, because the real plague doctor, well, the fake plague doctor, if I find somebody who's not corrupted, I mean, I don't know, they're both useful, but I think the real plague doctor is more useful. Yes, this plague doctor is good. This hunter is definitely not 3 away from closest evil. Alright, get out of here. Oh, okay. I forgot there were only 2 evils. Okay, Druid does not recharge at night. Okay. I'm a little concerned about these knights. You know, I'm gonna flip number 10 and then see if 9. Okay, so 7 and 9 are not poisoners. Yes, I basically wanted to see if it was possible for 8 to be corrupted. It is guaranteed that 8 is not corrupted. I feel like this Enlightened is not telling the truth. I don't believe number 5. Yeah, I didn't think that 6 was... Oh my goodness, yeah, the Poisoner didn't corrupt 8, but the Plague Doctor could have. Anyway, this knight is good. This poet is not truthful. Oh, so that just means that both of these knights are good. Okay. Okay, now what? Well, we've established that this Plague Doctor is telling the truth, so there's no doppelganger or anything like that. So I can very easily test the Druid. Yeah, get out of my game. Druid's corrupted. I forgot about the part where there's a lot of corruption going on here. Knitter's not telling the truth. Is it possible that this Enlightened is telling the truth? The answer is no, because this Knitter would be good. Yeah, so the Poet would be evil, and there's no room for any more evils. So this Enlightened is not truthful. Closest evil is not clockwise, which means this Knitter has to be evil. And closest evil is clockwise is false, but it's already false even without this being evil. Yeah, so that little mistake I made cost me this floor. Now I just have to hope. Yep, these cannot be revealed. Lilith will never copy an existing roll, but I don't see either of these current already existing. Alright. We did it. Okay, so what should I have done here? So at this point, yeah, so I got very lucky that I didn't yeah, I think actually might have been more. I think this person being evil might have been less likely. Well, okay, let's ignore that. So I got to the point where I established these 4 characters, and then I figured out this druid was not truthful. I figured out this shaman was not truthful. And I could have figured out, yeah, it's like this Enlightened is for sure not truthful. And then this Poisoner is not truthful. Yeah, so I just have 4 people who are not telling the truth. And I'm not sure if there's anything I can do other than just choose 3 out of the 4 of them. Okay, well, whatever. That might have been just, like, impossible to solve. 3 or 6 is a puppeteer. Okay, well, either... Yeah, so this oracle is in the group that she's accusing. So either she's corrupted, which is impossible, or 3 is a puppeteer. And we do not have a puppet, which means that the bard is either an outcast or an evil. I think it's impossible for him to be an outcast, so let's kill him. Yes! Evils are not adjacent to each other. I believe that's a truthful statement when there's only one evil. Okay, we got a doppelganger over here. So this medium has to be truthful because she's not touching a puka, since this poet is good and this medium is also good. So 3 is a real bard. Yeah, I guess it has to be 4. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, 8 is claiming to be a dreamer. Okay. And we actually know that this plague doctor is actually a plague doctor. And we know this druid is not telling the truth then. Alright, tell me. So 8 is evil, according to this plague doctor. Cool. Sure. I guess that means one of these mediums is the witch. Alright, 2 is a real judge, 2 is good, 5 is good. Okay, the 2 gemcrafters and the medium are like splitting their clears between those 2 judges. Well, we can't have 2 of anything. So it's either both of these or it's both of these. Well, let's see what the Slayer has to say. If it's 2 and 3, then it's also 1. Well, 1 could be the drunk. Yeah. And there for sure has to be a drunk. Okay, I'll just have the Slayer try to kill somebody. Nice. Yep. Not good. I believe number 5 has to be a drunk. I mean, number 5 could be... Yeah, number 5 is just a drunk. I'm not going to kill number 5 to find out. I'm just going to kill this Enlighten instead. Oh, just kidding. Yes, this judge is lying. He's definitely drunk. Yep, gemcrafter's telling the truth. Oh, the medium is... yeah. Just kill everyone who's lying. Yeah, I wanted to kill that Enlightened there. I wasn't, like, obviously I wasn't paying enough attention to the evil medium. But, like, basically anybody who's after a baker who is, you know, and is not a baker is more suspect. Alright, 6 is a real doppelganger. Yeah, I believe that. This oracle is not telling the truth. This alchemist is not telling the truth. And we know he's not a doppelganger, or there's no doppelganger here, so there can't be 2 alchemists anyway. 3 cards away from a corrupted character. Maybe it is 2 cards away from the closest evil. If this scout is evil, then I think we get a contradiction pretty quickly. Like, this knitter cannot also be evil. Actually, what if this oracle is evil? This knitter is corrupted. Yeah, that's impossible. Yeah, okay, suppose the scout is evil. Then, for this statement to be wrong, one of these has to be evil. Suppose the knitter is evil. Well, then she's actually telling the truth. Suppose the oracle is evil. Then, the knitter is lying, so she has to be corrupted. The bard is also lying. There's also... yeah, the knitter also can't be corrupted, since the alchemist would have cured it. Yeah, so we actually just killed a knitter. Alright. And we're out of here. Good job, team. No corrupted characters. That's hard to believe. Let's see. Okay, this jester thinks there are 3 evils. That's among those 3. That's also hard to believe. Alright. Okay, so that's officially impossible to believe. Wonder what the jester's going to say about these 3. Okay. So, either both of those mediums are evil, or neither of them is evil. Well, there can't be any duplicates, so that means they both have to be evil. Okay, awesome. Now what? Well, the only corrupted character is the jester. Yeah, so either the, well, let's see if the bard, if the jester thinks the bard is evil. Well, I guess we don't know. So the jester could be corrupted and the bard lying, or it could be that the jester is the Lilith and the bard's telling the truth. Nice. So the bard was telling the truth. That's what I was hoping for. Alright, original baker, and like, it's possible that this is a twin minion, but I'm inclined to believe that this is a real baker. No corruption, so it's just awesome. 6 is a real baker, yep. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's see if this fortune teller is truthful. Fortune teller is truthful. I think there can't be a doppelganger, which means 3 has to be a real bombardier, which means this poet is lying. And we're out of here. Okay. So we got 3 bakers, and we got 2 witnesses, and a baker claiming to have been a witness. Well, we do have a doppelganger. Okay. Number 5 saying number 5 is good. Yeah, anytime I see a gemcrafter clearing themselves, I just kill them. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen a truthful gemcrafter just claim that they're good. We don't have any, extra outcasts, so, yep. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, no extra outcasts, so, alright, this poet is corrupted. Yeah, no extra outcasts. So the wretch is the only outcast, is what I was saying. Alright, what does this judge think? The judge thinks that he gets executed. Good job, judge. Okay. Okay, we have a shaman, 2 gemcrafters, jester, architect, enlightened, bard, medium. Okay, those are all different. Yeah, so these 2 gemcrafters have to be good. Although, like, is it possible that this gemcrafter got corrupted? Maybe? I mean, it is possible. For now, I'm going to assume that that's not the case. Yeah, suppose this medium is corrupted, then 3 is not a real jester, and then this gemcrafter is evil, which, yeah, that's not possible. So if the bard is truthful, then the enlightened has to be corrupted. Okay. Left side is more evil. Well, this architect can't be evil. The architect could be corrupted. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Well, that's false, obviously. Okay. We have a shaman, and we possibly have a doppelganger. 4 was, in fact, affected by an evil, since a Lilith victim counts as being affected by an evil. Number 5 was affected by an evil. It's possible, since, like, number 5 could have been an extra witness created by a shaman. And it's also possible that this witness is just some evil disguised as a witness and lying. Oh, I guess yeah, I'm just gonna click the last one. There's nobody whose abilities recharge at night, so there was kind of no point to wait. And there was also no reason to care about going to 6, going from 8 to 6. 1 pair of evil. That feels believable. Okay, 2 or 4 is a shaman, 8 is a real knitter. I feel like 6 is probably a real plague doctor. Okay. Suppose that's true. Well then, all of these people are truthful. And then that means 4... Yeah, that means 4 people are lying. It's possible that number 7 is corrupted. But it's either... yeah, it's either all 4 of these are lying, and 3 of them are evil, or it's, 3 of these guys are evil, and then the 4th one's telling the truth, and 7 is corrupted. Oh, but 2 or 4 is a shaman, so one of these 3 has to be evil, or this oracle is corrupted, and that is... Yeah, that's just too few evils remaining. Or, yeah, too few people remaining for there to be enough evils. Yeah, because, like, one of these 3 is evil, and then this knitter could be evil, and then we have 1 more evil, but we don't have space for it. And all of that came from me assuming the Plague Doctor was good. Okay. Alright, who is not evil? 3 is not evil. Okay, thanks. 2 is not a shaman. Or 2 and 4 are not shamans. Okay, Puppeteer is for sure 1 card away from closest evil. We have 3 evils, and we have 3 evils. So we know there's no puppet. Yeah, so anybody who's telling the truth has to be good here. Also, we have 2 druids and 2 judges. So one of those pairs contains a doppelganger. The bishop is claiming that 2 is the doppelganger. Okay. Well, let's see what this druid says. Well, let's see if the druid thinks that... Okay, the druid thinks that... Well, let's just... I don't know. These judges are truthful. This druid is for sure truthful. This druid is not truthful. Okay. Neither of these can be the doppelganger, so I just kill them both. Yeah, because they were surrounding the puppeteer and preventing him from making a puppet. Alright. Number 3 could be Twin Minion. Cool. Okay, do I believe this alchemist? 1 is evil, 2 is corrupted. I'm not sure whether I believe this. Well, okay, what happens if I kill 1 and 1 is good? Then 2 is... well... I could kill 2, and then if it turns out 2 is corrupted, then I at least know there's no more corruption, and I kill both 1 and 3. Yeah, okay. If I kill the alchemist and he's evil, then that's great, obviously. If I kill the alchemist and he's corrupted, then I know that this plague doctor is telling the truth, which means this dreamer is evil. There's also no more possible corruption, so then I kill the baker, and the bard, then I also kill the bard. So the round is completely solved if I kill the alchemist and he is corrupted. What if he's good? Then this plague doctor is lying. One is not evil. This alchemist did cure a corruption, so I guess 8 or 9 would be a plague doctor. This baker cannot be corrupted because then she would have been cured. 2, 6, and 9. Well, okay, so this alchemist did cure a corruption in this hypothetical, meaning this bard, yeah, there's no corruption anymore, and the bard has to be telling the truth. So 2, 6, and 9 are not evil, so we kill the Empress. And then this architect is lying. Okay, so I think I've guaranteed... Whatever, so it's impossible that the alchemist is telling the truth. Yeah, so I think if I kill 2... Yeah, so if I killed 2 and 2 was corrupted, then I win anyway. But yeah, 2 is not corrupted, 1 is not evil, and... yeah. Empress is truthful. Oh, no corrupted characters. Since 6 cannot be evil. Since the Empress will never point to more than one evil. But yeah, so there are definitely no corrupted characters. So this lying baker is evil. Okay. We have a doppelganger pair. Which has to be these guys. Okay. Now what? So they're both good. One of them could be corrupted. This lover, if this lover was evil, then there would be 0 evils adjacent to her. So she cannot be corrupted, because if she's corrupted, then she's next to a puka and she's telling the truth. So she's either good or evil, and she's not corrupted. Oracle's telling the truth. This enlightened cannot be evil. Well, let's see. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I'm just gonna have the Slayer try to kill 6. Okay, that works. Basically, if the Slayer was any good, you would have to be far away from the puka. So I'm just like, let's try to kill somebody who's far away from the puka. Okay, no corruption here. Yeah, so the lover... Yeah, one of these two has to be evil. Okay. What does this fortune teller think? This fortune teller doesn't agree with that. Yeah, so if this minion was... Yeah, if this scout was not evil, then the lover is evil, and also the architect is lying, so she's also evil. Okay. Bishop is truthful. If she was not truthful, she would say that there's also an outcast. This bard is claiming that the knight is corrupted. Okay. What does this druid have to say? Druid is truthful. There are no outcasts other than the wretch. Could 5 have been affected by an evil? No. Could 4... Is 4 a real knight? Probably. Alright, is 7 a cabbage? Nope. Okay, what if this is not real? Then this bard is evil because he can't be next to the poisoner. We know the witness is lying. We know 1 is lying. And then in this case, wait, so evil, evil, corrupted, evil, and then in this hypothetical, the medium would be also lying, and that's just too many people who are lying. So that means 4 has to be a real knight. The bard is effectively accusing the witness of being a poisoner, and the witness is definitely lying and can't be next to the poisoner, so yep. Wait, no, this bard's telling the truth. Okay, yeah, so this knight is corrupted. And we got a witch under door number 9. Let's go. Alright, well, that's a good stopping point. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.